am Dr. Will Draper with the Village Vets, and you are watching DecaturEDtv.
When new school leadership team members take office at various city schools of Decatur in October, they will be encouraged to expand their use of many of the 21st century tools now being used by the district's Board of Education. One of those tools is eBOARD, an online governance software that is helping many school districts save time and money by consolidating information and eliminating the dependence on paper.
One of the reasons why I think eBOARD is an important tool for us is it's a way for us to chronicle our work. Having binders on shelves is a way to chronicle the work, but there's a really easy thing to throw away the binder when you don't have any more room. And that's what the Board of Education uses, and they are called and they are required to chronicle their work and how they make decisions. I don't see why an SLT would be any different than that. And so as we grow in our prowess of using eBOARD together, that is going to be an important step for us. And it's not just, oh, we have this tool, we should use it. It's really critical for decision making for years to come.
When I came to City Schools of Decatur, we had nothing like this. As I said, we had pieces of paper. We didn't even have a packet that was put together. So that was the first thing I did, was I created an agenda, put together a packet. And I kept saying to folks over and over, board meetings are meetings for the board. They are held in the public.
In December of 2010, Dr. Phyllis Edwards, Dr. Van Sulen, and board member Bernadette Seals were part of a panel discussion on the uses of eBOARD with representatives from other Georgia school districts that are using the software. Dr. Edwards says eBOARD has helped make the work done during Board of Education meetings much more accessible to interested parents and other residents in the Decatur community.
They're able to access what we're talking about before we start talking about it. When we put our agendas together, they're able to go on and access eBOARD and see the different things that we're working on. There are folks out in the community that are going and reading the superintendent's report that I have placed, and I put a lot of detail in it, because that way they can tell, just like the board can tell, where we've been, what we've been doing. They can look at any maps, they can look at comments. There are so many ways that we can get the information to people, as opposed to before where, you know, if you didn't come to the meeting, you might have missed exactly what was said.
Dr. Edwards also noted how the eBOARD software has helped the district communicate the work of the school system's recent strategic planning effort.
The plan basically was developed. It was more of an in-house development, even though we had times for stakeholders to come in and comment. But I had to present it to the board, and I presented it to the community at the same time. And then, of course, like most of us do, it was put into a document, and it was a living document, but it was still put into a document which most people could not really, get a hold of.
Claremont Elementary School Principal Erin Wheeler used eBOARD recently to discuss the district's new strategic plan with her school leadership team. In June of 2011, the City Schools of Decatur was recognized by the Georgia School Boards Association with an eBOARD Award of Excellence in 2 categories: Best Overall Use of eBOARD and Best Use of the Meetings module.
Every single thing that we do in terms of those meetings, whether there's a presentation that one of the staff members is making or I'm making, all of that is placed in eBOARD. So it's online, it's available.
Bernadette Seals noted how helpful the information on eBOARD is to board members on an ongoing basis.
My first year, I really needed the information that was available to me on the eBOARD. Being able to, at a glance, look at the school policies to get familiar with them, looking at the vision, the mission statement, all of that to get familiar with it without having to call someone up, because I'm a full-time employee and I'm a mom and I have all these other things going on. So if I have a few minutes, I can go to the eBOARD and find a wealth of knowledge about my school system. Take advantage of the eBOARD and get your board members on the eBOARD so that they can find out the wealth of knowledge about your system and be able to express it to others.